Hey everybody, this is Brian here, and I wanted to talk a little bit about epilepsy related symptoms and tips. Whether you're in the same boat as I am, which is late onset epilepsy, or if you've had convulsions that you don't completely understand yet. I'm no doctor, of course, but I wanted to talk about some tips from the life of someone who's been there firsthand. Obviously, I've had, like I said, over 250 seizures. And if you're in the same boat that I am, I wanted you to uh, not be without supplies. And so here I'm wearing this hat out of love and support towards anyone who finds themselves struggling with these issues too. And I wanted to say my love, prayers, and support to all of you. I will always love every one of you. Let's get to the video. Okay, so there's 4 tips on this one. It's not quite as uh, large as the last one, where I think I had 10 tips. But let's get to this video. The first thing I wanted to talk about was to have a rotating set of hobbies that you go around with, because what I mean by that is have hobbies that use different parts of your brain. Like I play guitar, I write poetry, I collect things, and I, like collect DVDs and CDs and music. These kinds of things reflect a diversity of skills, and since seizures will affect your brain differently, especially after a fall, which could cause even a concussion, maybe. Um, this will allow you to continue your hobbies without being forced into a corner by health issues. So that's why I recommend having a diversity of hobbies that you rotate around, especially after a pair of seizures or a very, very hard one. Like for me, one of them was that I went through the wall head first, um, and it took a few days to get the brain fog completely out of my head on that one. So uh, that's why I recommend this. Um, the next thing is something that some people might disagree with, but I would say avoid the stove, because most people go face first. You lose all the energy in your body, and then it comes back and you start to convulse and shake in ways you can't control. But if you went face first into the stove, avoid cooking just altogether, because after the seizure begins, it's hard for me to uh, say that I'd rather have spaghetti or a burrito than the skin on my face, not burned off or something. Gotta have your priorities. I had a friend who's been suffering from seizures only recently, in the last couple of months, and I don't know if it's just because he loves cooking, and it's hard not to. I used to love cooking before I got sick, and he refuses to stop. And what worries me is that he's waiting for something bad to happen in order to see the headlights that are already glaring in front of him. you know so don't be one of those people who has horrible scars on your face because of ego reasons. Cooking is great, but it's better to use a microwave than to have horrible injuries. Um, so, yeah, I would say avoid cooking, especially with the stove top where you would go face first right into it. Um, it at least that's how I fall. Um, Next up is to do with music. This is something that I found affected me greatly. The music I was listening to before I got sick, and quite a bit of time afterwards, I was listening to things like Metallica, Seether, Evanescence, Tool, and I realized that as good artists as they were making my health worse through their depressing lyrics and their heavy tones. So. Um, I'm not saying listen to Weird Al and a bunch of happy artists only, but avoid the stuff that's making you want to sit in bed and just be depressed all day. Avoid moping music, if you know what I mean. Um, anyways, at least I found that helped me. anyways, when I was listening to, jazz and stuff like Lester Young and Errol Garner and the big band music from the early 40s, um, those things I found a lot more helpful than, the songs that were all about quite depressing topics and heavy topics, things about, uh, uh, anyways, I don't need to mention the exact topics and go down some rabbit hole. You know what I mean? You've listened to music before. So let's go on to the next key point. The next tip: do your own research. The medical establishment today. I'm not gonna go off on some rant that gets me banned for giving out false information on vaccine or something, but they're a lot more point A, point B in their goal set, the way they reach it, and they may not tell you everything you need to know. So what I'm saying is do your own research in order to make the best decision possible, um, and to make sure that you know everything, even if you weren't handed that information um, uh, just easily at first. Go around the internet, watch videos on YouTube, go to health related sites, and don't just say that the doctor is always right, because frankly they're not. And there's side effects, and you want to know about those side effects. You want to know about how they interact with your health issues personally. If you're a person with epilepsy like me, those things could cause seizures if you take them. Some medicines cause weight gain or even organ failure. You want to know what you're getting into when you go into a medical saga, whether that be starting a new prescription or going in and getting ready for a surgery. I'm just saying you wanna get your own facts, because no one source is trustworthy alone today. And that's it for the video today. Just a couple of key tips. I didn't want to repeat myself from the last video and just put in the same tips over again. But I wanted to say that I love you all because you're you, and make sure that um, you take good care of yourself in light of whatever you're going through, or you think you might be vulnerable to, if you're still healthy but you see some symptoms popping up here and there. um, Anyways, yeah, there's things, symptoms can progress. Like, I don't know if you can see it, but I have like blood in my eye. That's a new symptom for me. It's like a bursted, like a vein, anyways. But they said it'll heal in a few days. So um, don't work yourself up and get paranoid, but at the same time, make sure that you make all the effort to learn what's going on with your own health, and to not be the passenger seat driver. That's not what I meant to say, really. Make sure you're not the backseat driver in your own health saga in your own life. Make sure you're driving the car and you know what they're doing, and don't just let other people make decisions for you because they have a white robe on, Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I love you all because you're you. I'll probably repost this on Facebook. Uh, I'll see you guys soon. Peace.